Strap in because I've got some truly expert advice, tactics, strategies, and pro tips from the smartest minds in Facebook advertising, and it's all going into one epic video. I've even got 3 must-try ad formulas to share, so let's go.
This is something that separates people who are successful with their ads and not very successful with their ads.
This is Rick Mulready, host of the hugely popular Art of Online Business podcast, and he's been helping small business owners grow to 7 figures through Facebook ads for the past decade.
If you're already running ads and you're not seeing the kind of results that you want to see, I would venture to say that you can do a lot more research on your end about your target audience. We always think that we understand our target audience, right? And so one of my favorite questions to ask the students that I work with, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you think you understand your target audience? Most people will say 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. But when I really dig into it, I would probably rate it as like a 4 or a 5.
And the reason you want to know your target audience inside and out isn't really so you can target those interests with your ads. That's actually not what works best anymore, but we'll get to that in a bit.
The way that we reach our people, quote unquote, within that audience is through the creative, is through speaking to the people and attracting the people that we want to work with. And the way that we do that is through all the research. If it's going to take you 5 to 6 hours of research for the copy, what if you used AI to do that research for you?
Yep, not only can AI programs like ChatGPT help you actually write your ads, it'll help you get that important audience research first, because you can't really write a good ad until you know what pain points your audience has, right? So let's start off with this exact prompt. You're a marketing expert doing research for a Facebook ad that you want to run for a landscaping business in Tempe, Arizona. Before you can write the ad, you need to do research about the biggest pain points people in Tempe have with their lawns and landscaping. What are the 10 biggest pain points in order, and what exact words are they using when they express those pain points? And this is what you're going to get.
It's really, really powerful. It will tell you what those things are. Now, obviously, there's got to be a human element to it, because it might spit something out that you're like, wait a minute, that's not a pain point. But you eliminate it. But let's say you asked it for 10 things and 9 of them are accurate. Cool. You now have 9 pain points and challenges that now you can say, okay, great. Now I want you to act as an expert copywriter and Facebook ads expert and create 10 different hooks from these, or 2 different hooks for each of these 9 pain points and challenges. You can totally do that. It's going to spit out some really good copy. Now, what I'm not saying is take that copy, paste it into Facebook, and there's your ad copy, but it's going to do a really good job of getting you started. So rather than looking at a blank screen, you've got something to work with now. And it will give you really, really good copy.
And speaking of good copy, here's my must-try ad formula number 1, the primer ad. So instead of focusing on the specifics of your product or service, a primer ad helps educate your viewers on the why behind it. Now, this isn't gonna work if you're an emergency business like a plumber or a locksmith, but if what you offer requires a little education before people are gonna feel comfortable pulling the trigger, this can work amazingly well. Let's say you're a financial advisor. Your ad wouldn't just explain what services you offer, but instead, you could create a primer video ad that educates your potential customers on how managing your money wisely can have a really huge impact on your life in the long run. By focusing on the why, you can create a deeper connection with your audience and demonstrate the value of your offering. You know, people aren't just buying a product or service, they're investing in a better version of themselves. So, to create a successful primer ad, start by considering the reasons that people might want what you're offering. Think about the benefits it can provide and how it can make a difference in your potential customers' lives. Then create really engaging, value-based educational content that speaks directly to those needs and pain points through advice or even how they can do a version of it themselves. This is just a really strategic way to take what works so well about that top of funnel content marketing, which is the best form of marketing in my opinion, and then just putting it on hyperdrive for a few bucks a day. But how do you make money using an ad like that just educates and doesn't really ask for the sale?
One thing that's working really great for us with Facebook ads right now is retargeting our warm audiences directly to an offer.
That's Zach Spuckler, founder of Heart, Soul, and Hustle. He manages Facebook ads for some pretty big clients and teaches small business owners how to do it too.
A lot of people preach just get the customer, acquire the customer. We like to acquire the lead, the engagement, the traffic, retarget that with a low ticket offer, and then move people into a lower priced customer acquisition.
So what he means is he likes to use a less salesy ad to get that cold traffic warmed up to his business. That's what that primer ad is for. Then he'll retarget everyone who saw that ad or engaged with it, commented, liked, or watched it with the second ad that sells.
Lower ticket offers or introductory offers that are a piece of our service or a piece of our higher ticket products have been working exceptionally well.
So what can you offer at an introductory price just to acquire a new customer, even if that means you'll just break even on that first transaction? Remember, getting an existing customer back is way easier than acquiring a new one, so it's almost always worth it to just get someone new in the door for the first time. And Andrea Vall literally wrote the book on using Facebook ads to open that door up and acquire new customers for her clients.
I wrote Facebook Marketing All-in-One for Dummies. One of the things that I see working really well right now is the lead generation ads that are the instant forms that pop up on Facebook. And I am running a lot of these for local businesses and for service-based businesses. They are a way for a business to actually get name, phone number, email, so that they can follow up with the potential customer. And you have to have something special and exciting to offer them. So for example, I'm working with a realtor who's offering a moving guide. And then she can follow up and talk to those people about, hey, are you moving? I'd love to be able to help you. I have a heating and plumbing business that is offering some super special deals that are only available through this Facebook deal, not available on their website. So we're very clear that this is the only way you can get this deal. Then people can fill out their name, email, address, and they can instantly follow up with them. And it's a way to get better bang for your buck on Facebook ads.
So Facebook, or I guess Meta now, the parent company, just rolled out something new called Meta Verified. And paid ads expert Ali Bloyd thinks it might be a good option for you for two big reasons.
So this is an actual paid subscription. So it's going to be, I think, between $12 and $15 per month to be verified. So you're going to get a verified badge. Obviously, that's probably, what most people would associate with verification. But you're also going to get more personal support. So I think in general, this reason alone is a good reason to go ahead to pay to get verified if you are using the platform for business and it's something that you focus on heavily. I think that their support is not always the best, and it can be a challenge to get consistent answers from one person and not be tossed around to a bunch of different people. So if that premium support is what you're looking for, this can actually be a good way to do it. And then you also are going to get increased visibility and reach. So it's another pay-to-play option for businesses or creators, giving them a chance to get more from the platform if they're willing to pay a little bit.
Okay, now it's time for our second must-try ad formula.
I call them stealth ads, where
this is one of my favorite go-to Facebook ads experts, Bond. And this is a strategy that she shared with me last year, but I've got a new twist on this that I've been playing around with that works even better. But I'm gonna let Bond tell you the gist before I get to the twist.
you can do a Facebook ad for the news feed without an image or a headline in it, with a link, and getting people clicking over to that landing page or sales page. You go to your Facebook page and you create the ad, right? It's going to show up organically the first time. You put in the body copy, you put the link in it. Of course, you want that link to get them over to the sales page or the landing page.
And she swears by this technique because of how organic it looks. My only issue with it is it's just a little plain. So here's my twist on it. Rather than just creating a text-only post, you can actually use one of those colored background posts, that bumps up the text size and the pop of color is much more likely to get someone to stop scrolling while still looking very much like a completely organic post in the feed. And it totally plays into something that Andrea has been seeing a lot of success with as well.
It's just all text. It's like just big, bold text that's super readable on mobile devices.
Now, the way you'll do this is a little outside the box. You'll create it as an organic post, not inside Ads Manager, and you'll usually want to use the text box itself to ask some kind of provocative question about the desire or pain point that your audience has. And you do only have 130 characters to do this, so make it short and sweet. Next, you'll want to add a comment with a bit of context, your call to action, and of course, the link to your website or landing page where they can go to get what you're offering. But there's more, because you want this comment to be pinned to the top. But Facebook really doesn't have that feature, at least not directly, but I do have a pretty slick workaround here. So just go to your account, settings and privacy, settings, privacy, public posts, then under comment ranking, just check it on. This is going to make sure that your comment as the author of the post always stays at the top. Just, you don't want to make any other comments to that post yourself, because that might push this one down. But from there, to turn it into an ad,
you can go into Ads Manager using any objective, any targeting, and just say, hey, Facebook, I want to use this existing post from my Facebook page as the ad. And it blends right in. It looks like it's just coming from a friend in your newsfeed.
Okay, so now let's talk about a great way to keep those ad costs down. You know, over the past few years, we've seen Facebook as a brand getting into some hot water over and over again. And as a result of that, the public opinion of Facebook has been on a pretty steady decline. And all that bad press and negativity towards Facebook has led to advertisers just jumping ship from Facebook over to Instagram. And I guess just not realizing that Instagram is Facebook. But that is a huge opportunity for you. So here's the real story. Facebook is in debt. In fact, it reached a pretty key milestone this past January, hitting a crazy 2 billion daily active users for the first time ever. So yeah, people are still there. Are they typically a little older than your audiences on Instagram? Yeah, probably, but with age comes more money to spend. So this is Facebook ads expert Ben Heath, and he's getting some serious cost savings for his clients by not abandoning Facebook.
For a lot of our clients, I would actually say most at this point, we are seeing significantly lower CPMs, which is cost per thousand impression and a good way to measure Facebook and Instagram advertising cost. We are seeing significantly lower CPMs in Facebook than we are on Instagram, to the tune often of 30, maybe even sometimes 40% difference between the two.
Okay, so our third ad creation formula is a bit of a surprise for me, but this is fellow YouTuber and Facebook ads manager, Dara Denny. She swears by this formula and says that it's been getting some incredible results lately.
Which is a long form founder story. Now, this is going to feel like a diary entry. This is going to feel like a very long saga, but I have actually seen that utilizing really long ad copy, especially in the form of a founder story, people actually tend to read that because they're really interested to see the behind the scenes, to understand why someone built this product. And it really does in many ways serve as a sort of pre-landing page for your customers to learn more about the product, but not just about your product, but also the why behind your product, which is so important. I've really seen personal storytelling be something that really moves the needle for ad creative, talking about personal history, talking about personal experiences, and being more intimate with your user about your problems. That's something that I see that people really respond well to. So if you can have a long form founder story that does that, I often find that that is the ad copy that tends to do it best again and again and again.
And this can be done in long form text for that traditional Facebook ad, or you can also create a video version to be used in the Reels ad placement, which is absolutely killing it right now. Now, when it comes to creating Facebook ads, it's all about being able to test out a few different ones to see what's going to resonate best and ultimately convert for you. And traditionally, that takes a long time to come up with all those ads, but not anymore. I made this video to show you my exact process for using ChatGPT to get all your ads created in just a few minutes, including scripts for those video ads. So click right here and you'll get a front row seat to how I do it and how you can do it too. So see you over there in a second.